The disappearance of Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 on March 8, 2014, remains one of the biggest mysteries in aviation history. Despite years of searching and investigation, many questions about the flight's fate remain unanswered. On March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 disappeared while flying from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, to Beijing, China, with 239 passengers and crew members on board. The Boeing 777-200ER aircraft vanished from radar screens about 40 minutes after takeoff. What we know. 1. Timeline of events. 12:41 a.m. Flight MH370 departs from Kuala Lumpur International Airport, KLIA, with 239 people on board. 1:19 a.m. The aircraft's transponder, which communicates with air traffic control, is turned off. 1:21 a.m. The aircraft disappears from secondary radar. 1:30 a.m. The Malaysian military radar detects the aircraft flying over the Strait of Malacca and heading west. 2:15 a.m. The last satellite communication with the aircraft is made. 8:11 a.m. Vietnam officially notifies Malaysia that it has lost contact with flight MH370. 1. Search and rescue efforts. Search and rescue efforts were launched immediately after the plane went missing. The search initially focused on the South China Sea, where the plane was believed to have gone down. However, after several days of searching, the focus shifted to the Indian Ocean. Search efforts were carried out by a number of countries, including Malaysia, Australia, China, and the United States, using a variety of assets, including ships, planes, and submarines. Despite these extensive efforts, no wreckage of the aircraft was found until July 2015, when a piece of debris washed up on the shore of Reunion Island in the Indian Ocean. 1. Debris. Over the years, debris from the aircraft has been found in several locations in the Indian Ocean, including Mozambique, Tanzania, and Madagascar. In total, 33 pieces of debris have been recovered and identified as likely belonging to MH370. 1. Final report. In July 2018, the Malaysian government released a final report on the incident, which concluded that the cause of the disappearance was inconclusive due to the lack of conclusive evidence. The report did, however, highlight a number of safety recommendations related to flight crew training and aircraft maintenance. Aircraft tracking. Aircraft maintenance. Despite extensive investigation, the exact cause of the plane's disappearance remains unknown. The Malaysian government's final report offered several possible explanations, including mechanical failure, pilot suicide, or a deliberate act by someone on board the aircraft. However, none of these possibilities have been confirmed. 1. Location of main wreckage. Although several pieces of debris have been found, the main wreckage of the aircraft has not been located. The exact location of the crash site remains a mystery. 1. Fate of passengers and crew. No bodies have been recovered, and the fate of the passengers and crew remains unknown. Possible involvement of third parties. There have been various theories and speculations regarding possible third-party involvement in the disappearance of flight MH370. These include suggestions that the plane was shot down by a military aircraft or that it was hijacked by terrorists. However, there is no concrete evidence to support any of these theories. There is always a possibility that new evidence will be found in the future that will shed light on the mystery of flight MH370. However, as of now, the disappearance remains one of the biggest mysteries in aviation history. The families of those lost on board the Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 are calling on the Malaysian government to give the green light to another search for the aircraft, which disappeared 9 years ago on 9th anniversary. The Malaysian Transport Minister, Anthony Loke, reiterated the government's position. Since 2014, Malaysia and international partners have searched millions of square kilometers through air, ship and undersea operations. As Transport Minister, I will not summarily close the book on this tragedy, Loke said. I reiterate that government's position that due consideration will be given to search operations should there be new and credible information on the aircraft's final resting place. Datuk Mode Khalil Kader Mode, the MH370 lead criminal investigator, has shared his story of how his 25-man team worked to uncover the possible criminal elements behind what has become the world's biggest aviation mystery. The team focused on hijack, sabotage, personal and psychological problems, and conducted a thorough investigation on the 12 main components to establish the flight path of MH370. Theories on the pilot's suicide and the involvement of Iranians with stolen passports were also scrutinized, with inconclusive results. Khalil stressed that their investigation was one of the most thorough probes he had been a part of in his 40 years of service. The disappearance of Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 on March 8, 2014, was a tragic event that captured the attention of the world. While there have been other missing and crashed flights throughout history, the circumstances surrounding MH370's disappearance were unique, leading to a prolonged and unprecedented search effort. Some other notable missing and crashed flights include Air France Flight 447. On June 1, 2009, Air France Flight 447 crashed into the Atlantic Ocean while en route from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, to Paris, France. All 228 passengers and crew on board were killed. The wreckage was found several days later, and an investigation revealed that a combination of technical problems and human error caused the crash. Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370. On July 17, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 was shot down over eastern Ukraine while en route from Amsterdam, Netherlands, to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. All 298 passengers and crew on board were killed. The plane was hit by a missile fired from the ground, and investigations pointed to Russian-backed separatists as the likely culprits. Egyptair Flight 990. On October 31, 1999, Egyptair Flight 990 crashed into the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of Massachusetts, USA, killing all 217 passengers and crew on board. The cause of the crash is disputed, with some suggesting that the co-pilot deliberately crashed the plane, while others argue that it was a technical malfunction. Air Asia Flight QZ8501. On December 28, 2014, Air Asia Flight QZ8501 crashed into the Java Sea while en route from Surabaya, Indonesia, to Singapore. All 162 passengers and crew on board were killed. The cause of the crash was determined to be a faulty component in the plane's rudder control system. MH370 is the only commercial airliner to disappear without a trace in modern aviation history. Despite an extensive search effort spanning 120,000 square kilometers of the southern Indian Ocean, no significant findings were discovered until debris washed up on Reunion Island in July 2015. The cause of the disappearance remains a mystery,